LeRoy Prezz was not your normal guy. The man you know as Predator, his biggest problem was when he went home, where was he going to park his limo? That was his biggest problem. This guy was getting checks from every arena. Every time he checked his phone, he was getting another $20-something thousand deposited into his account. Money wasn't the issue. He had his own deep and dark issues. He had fame, fortune, he was known worldwide, but he had a deep, cold spot in his heart. Something was missing. A part of his life was not right, and he didn't know what to do about it. He needed some help. He was at a stage where he was destructive to the environment, everything around him, and to himself. He needed some help, and he needed it fast. Life of a baller! Let's go!
If I share with you my story, would you share your
The best high school player to ever do it, baby. Fat lad, let me get a hot dog, bruh. Man, get that out of here. The fastest man to ever do it. Star. My man Caesar Benson, too tall, too smooth, too nice, too precise. But when the funds are low, sometimes we go to desperate measures. Will my guys end up in the state pen or Penn State? Look, my guys are not just the prima donnas. We play defense. We have all around game, shake and bake, cross you, toss you. Look, we want to lead our team to the top, titles, and we want to do stupid, ridiculous stuff on the way. You don't know who that is? You don't know who the Predator is? He snatches souls for fun. Hey, let me get a hot dog, Larry. LeRoy Predator played his collegiate career at UAB in Birmingham. He had a great career there, but once he made it to the big stage in all-pro football, that's when his stardom really took off. This guy was 6'6", he was long, lanky, fast, mean, strong, powerful, quick, whatever you wanted, he had it. And he was making a name for himself, but he wasn't happy. Predator kept having these crazy dreams, and the dreams made him go out and buy a tiger. Why buy a tiger? He didn't know. The tiger was whooping his ass, and he was whooping the tiger's ass. This was getting crazier. Every night, he kept dreaming about a tiger, so he thought, I need to go buy a tiger. But this might have been one of the worst decisions he could have ever made in his entire lifetime. I mean, sometimes it was cool for a second or two, but then the tiger would go tiger, and Predator would go Predator, and the ass whooping would commence in the car. And these two were like a match made in hell. A wild beast and a predator riding in a convertible. It made no sense. But something in his heart kept telling him he needed a tiger. He had tiger blood in his veins, and he had to get to the bottom of it before it killed him. Okay, most people would look at it and say, well, why would Predator want to change his history? Why would he want to do anything? Because he's a superstar. He's an internet sensation. Some people know about this guy, and they don't even know about real NFL pro linebackers. Why would he want to change his past? But he's not happy with his past. He wanted to win titles. He wanted to win linebacker awards. He wanted to be the best and play on the best teams. And he couldn't do that because of his violent past. He had to go to UAB. All the big schools, they went away from him because he was a street thug. And they was afraid this guy would come to their university and run rampant. But in his dreams, they kept telling him to find the pink bulldog. The pink bulldog will grant you your wish. One wish, and you will be able to change your past. So he was desperately trying to catch up with this pink bulldog. If he caught up with the pink bulldog, he would grant him one wish. So that's what he was trying to do. But in the midst of things, they ran up on some gang violence. And like I said, Predator is used to this. He came from this kind of background. So taking care of these guys to get to his pink bulldog shouldn't be a problem. Or should it be? I mean, my man's a pretty good shot. He's handy. Watch this shot right here. Ooh, dropped the guy. And now he has to get his pink bulldog again. And just as he's closing in on the pink bulldog, one of the gangsters gunned him down. You know, a lot of the pro announcers and stuff, they said he couldn't go to bigger schools because he was a long, lanky, skinny guy. He didn't grow into his body. And that's not really the case. This is him in high school right here. He was a certified beast. No, he wasn't super thick, but he was strong. He was just cock strong. And like I said, he had a violent nature. He had natural instincts. He knew how to get to the ball. And it showed up on tape. But his violent past, off the field issues, that's no big schools would deal with him. And he wanted to change that. He wanted to rewrite his legend, his high school career. He wanted to clear up his name. And even though he came from a dark place, a dark place, and he grew up and he had to be violent. He didn't have a dad in his life. Poverty was all around him. His mom was a streetwalker. So he just took all his frustration and pain on innocent people.
Nothing to it.
And when he seen a bigger challenge, a gang, he jumped right into it. He didn't want to steal a car. He wanted to fight. He wanted to take out his pain and frustration. This was LeRoy Predator. This is his life. Could he get his wish granted? Can he change the image and the perception that people had on him? Was he a great football player coming out of high school? Damn right he was. Was he a violent thug in the streets? Damn right he was. But he figured all these other guys going to these big universities being thugs, he could be able to do it too. Was he going to change him and be a better and nicer guy? Nah, he really didn't think so. He just wanted a shot at a bigger school. He wanted to do what Y'all couldn't do. He wanted to bring home the Heisman. That's a linebacker. Something strange happened that day when he ran into that pink bulldog. His wish was granted. He was back in Huntsville, Alabama, back in high school. Now this was the crazy thing. He only got one wish, so he couldn't change his background. He couldn't change his personality, the pain that he lived with. He couldn't change that. So he was still gonna be the mean, aggressive thug that he was. That wasn't gonna change. He still hated the cops. He still wanted to just create mass destruction whenever he could. But the one wish he did get was he was able to go back in time and change the college that he played for and rewrite his past. So we are back in Huntsville, Alabama. My man LeRoy Prezz is in high school again, and he needs to select the schools he want to go to. Since he's from Alabama, Auburn has to go on the list. Washington, he just like the purple and the black, man. He said, I like how it look on me. And it's a school, if I don't do as well, I can always fall back and go to Washington and help bring that program up. But he was talking about USC's, the ULV's, the Central Florida's, the Blazers. Hell no, he's not going back there. He's not going down that road. Texas Red Raiders? What? That black and red? What? The Longhorns, the Volunteers? TCU? Where should he go? He need to go somewhere where he can be himself, where he can just be the animal and the thug. The O, the U. Blunt punched that guy and he was still on the team? Huh? Where? Ohio? Notre Dame? Where should he? Nah. Look, I gotta go somewhere I could be a menace and I can be embraced for being a thug and a wild beast. You know it, the U. Let's go, baby. It begins now.